Yo, what's up, guys? Hey, welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be talking about Epic Games and the massive layoff that they had. And we're going to be bringing in ARPGs and how that affects ARPGs and the gaming community as a whole. I'm just going to get my thoughts out there. Let's get into it. All right. So, as we all know, Epic Games laid off about 1,000 employees just a couple days ago. They attribute it to Fortnite engagement being down since 2025. Apparently, the game that we all see and know as the biggest game on the planet is not doing that good. So they're downsizing. All right. Compare that to ARPGs such as Path of Exile and Last Epoch. Both of those gaming studios, Grinding Gear Games and 11th Hour Games, are actively hiring. And it's no secret. Last Epoch makes it known every chance they get. They put it all over their social media, all over their Discord. They're looking for visual effects artists, 3D artists, lead roles, like multiple lead roles, which is a good sign, right? To me, that means they're growing. They're trying to expand. And they did get bought by Crafton, so I'm assuming they have more money at their disposal, which is a good sign too. I'm really looking forward to the future, right? But also with Path of Exile, they're always looking for people too. And Jonathan Rogers has stated in the past that they are essentially growing on all fronts, right? They're growing on the Path of Exile 1 front and the PoE 2 front. But why is this happening? Why are ARPGs growing and competitive games like Fortnite, competitive shooters, I should say, like Fortnite and Call of Duty, why are they shrinking? Well, I think it's because the core audience of those games and the core audience that made those games great 5, 6, 7 years ago, they're aging. All right. They're starting to hit 30. They're starting to hit their late 20s. All right. Most of those guys like me who was there for Fortnite before Fortnite even had a battle royale, who was there for Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, etc. All right. We've got families, we've got responsibilities, we got jobs. We can no longer afford to no-life a game to be good at it, right? And in those games, essentially you have to be good or you're not having fun. If you've ever played those games, you have to be good or you're not having fun or you just need to cheat, right? Which brings me to my next point. Even if you could put in enough time to quote unquote call yourself good at the game, you're going up against bots in lobbies, actual bots, or people with aim assist out the wazoo with their controllers, or just straight up aimbot. And that makes the game not fun. Nobody wants to hop on a game for 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours after working 9 to 5, and just to get sweated on by somebody who's cheating. Nobody wants to do that. And so that's why myself and a lot of people that I know are actually switching to ARPGs. It's just less stress. It takes me back to a time when gaming was actually fun, right? I can put in the time. I can play at my own pace. I get new content occasionally, and I have the freedom to build what I want. I'm not conformed into a specific meta, right? ARPGs, they do have meta builds. I do acknowledge that. That is a fact, right? But you do have the freedom to make builds that you want. You don't have to build the strongest thing. You could build something creative. You can make something yourself, something that nobody else has ever built. I think that's what makes these games fun. And now the core audience, like I said, is aging and we just have different interests. All right. I'm a true gamer. I would consider myself a true gamer and several of my friends are true gamers. All right. I like all kinds of games. I can play whatever. All right. But Call of Duty and those shooters were my first love. I have to admit, I love those games, right? But as I've gotten older, I actually find more enjoyment in other games that don't stress me out, games that relax me at the end of the night. And ARPGs just scratch that itch, right? True gamers, you see, we never stop gaming. True gamers, we just find a different game to play. Our attention goes to another game. That's it. The gaming community is not shrinking. So if there's anybody out there who sees Fortnite not doing that well, hey, their numbers are down, man, this looks bad, gaming's dying. No, it's not. Gaming's not dying, man. Gamers just find a different game. They might just pick up a phone game. Who knows? But my point is, I think that ARPGs are in a really good spot. And even though Epic did have to lay off a bunch of people, I feel for those people. I hate when people lose their jobs. I think there's opportunities out there for hiring. I think these big gaming studios, and shoot, No Rest for the Wicked. That's another one that I didn't even mention. Moon Studios. I think they're hiring too, but they're growing, right? So, anyways, I think we are living in the greatest era of ARPGs. I would call it the golden age of ARPGs. There are so many to choose from Diablo 2, Diablo 4, PoE 1, PoE 2, Last Epoch. You've got this new one called Crystal Fall. You've got the Banished Kin or whatever, Dragonkin. You got a lot of options, guys. Hey, so I hope you guys liked the video. Thanks for sticking around. Hey, if you like it, hit the like button, man. I really appreciate it, you guys. And we'll catch you next time. Peace.